Before I begin with this video, I would like to state a few things. I actually did notice that on the admin's notice, due to the weakest terms of use, they have removed some parts of this story that refer to a lot of messed up stuff, like such as animal cruelty and etc. Now, this does contain some NSFW stuff, although most of it, when I read this story, is going to be censored as best as I can. Some words may not be said, but like I said before, the title of this story is called Normal Stuff for Normal People, just to censor the other word for obvious reasons. And no, I will not be linking this story down since it does contain some stuff that some people may find disturbing. If you are sensitive to the type of topics that are going to be in this video, that it's indeed NSFW stuff. It's not really fully explicit, that I'm going to make sure it's, ad-friendly as possible as I read. But if you're sensitive to anything that is in this video, I suggest you click off now. Viewer discretion as advised. Everybody knows that if you surf the web long enough, you'll see some pretty sick shit. This is especially true if you intentionally dwell into the dark underbelly of the internet. I've seen quite a few things I don't care to admit to, but one thing's for sure, I will always remember a site called normalpornfornormalpeople.com. The first strange thing about this site was that I didn't find it fitting actually looking for it. It was emailed to me by someone I didn't know. The email as follows. Hi there, I found a site that I thought you might like. Normalpornfornormalpeople.com. Pass it on for the good of mankind. Pretty standard issue chain letter, although the URL in the last remark quite piqued my curiosity. I was having a very long, boring day when I got this. I made sure that my antivirus was working and then clicked on it. It was a very average, generic looking site. It gave the permission the creators to just barely give a shit about making it look professional. The author seemed to have a very tenuous grasp on English, and the front of the page was long, boring, incoherent rant that I don't remember or have saved. The site has a strange tagline to which people today haven't figured out the meaning of, which was Normal Porn for Normal People, a website dedicated to really messed up stuff. And from the sound of it, I wasn't sure or whatever I were to watch this or not. I stumbled upon some kind of eugenics program, but I was here now. And I was very curious to see what normal people would get their rocks off to. So I scrolled through down the rant and nothing. The page didn't link me to anywhere else. And I was just about to leave when I noticed every word of the rant on its own hyperlink. I click on one of them, and I was sent to a white page with a very long list of links form of normalpornfornormalpeople.com random letters. So I stopped for a minute and asked myself if I really wanted to waste God knows what much time clicking on random links that will likely give me a virus that will mess up my computer. I figured that I would try it just maybe for 5 minutes, just to see if anything came up. I clicked on one of the links, and it was sent to another page. This page had apparently a totally different URLs like the last one. I was about to say fuck this when I clicked on the third link and the download came up. It was called peanut.avi. It was a 30-minute video of a man and a woman in the kitchen. The woman would make a peanut butter sandwich and the man would set it down for the dog to eat. It was all happened for the 30 minutes. It was obviously just a cameraman who had stopped filming to wait until the dog was ready to eat again. And the dog seemed rather sick by the end of it. I know what you're thinking. What does this have to do with NSFW? I have no clue. I've seen a little to dozen videos from the site, and the majority had no 18 plus activity at all. Watching peanut.avi, I went onto a certain image board to find a frequent play online show and tell, like I always do with weird shit like this. But someone had already made a thread about it, and some guy who had received some chain letter I did, the image board thread got lots of people with nothing better to do than to dig up through their site. And that's how I saw the other videos. Most of the two 2 dozens of videos were very uneventful, and they consist of people talking to the cameraman in a room with nothing but a desk and a few chairs. I mean, literally nothing wrong with the walls or in terms of the furniture. The whole room was very cold and sterile to feel it. The conversations just ideal banter, with previous jobs or embarrassing childhood moments. I kept expecting some kind of, discussion about people filming or what the site was about, but of course, nothing. You would never know these type of videos had nothing to do with it if you saw it out of context. But I will say one thing. The people who appeared in the videos were quite attractive. However, the other videos that I did find featured content, to which I suppose would be called inappropriate, is where things got weird. I'll give the brief descriptions of the stranger videos if you've already eaten up your curiosity to try and hunt them down from a torrent site. LickedClean.avi. A 10-minute video filmed by a hidden camera in which we see a repairman working on a washing machine for the first 2 minutes. When it's fixed, the repairman asks the owner briefly and then leaves. The owner checks to make sure the repairman is gone and begins to lick all over the top of the washing machine. This goes on for 7 minutes. Jimbo.avi. A 5-minute video of an obese mime performing an act. It was actually pretty funny. Practically one part where he pretends to pull up the chair, and then he pretends to break it because of his weight. It was last 30 seconds of the video, and the camera cuts to static briefly, and then cuts back to the man sobbing quietly, still wearing the mime outfit and makeup. Some kind of obscure or weirdness? Diana.avi. 4-minute video to which the cameraman walks into a woman in a room with a different interview room. The room looked like the one you would find in a normal person's house. Exactly where is never specific. But, of course, as Diana only talks about her violin playing, she obviously plays her violin, but she keeps getting distracted by something. I didn't notice until someone on the image board thread pointed out that if you look in the mirror in the background, you could see a fat man in a chicken mask doing something really messed up. Jessica.avi. Another 4-minute cameraman video. This time he's outside the house, talking to another young woman. They talk about canoe rides, and the camera zooms out to reveal the city streets behind them occasionally. The strange thing is that no one as far was able to identify where the street was. Guesses have ranged anywhere from Europe to Australia to the Philippines, but there's yet to be a match for the street in down shown in the video. Tantai.avi. 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes consists of an elderly woman making out with a mannequin, and the video cuts out to make it like in Jimbo.avi halfway through. And the scene is now with a group of mannequins huddled together in a circle around the camera. The lights have been dimmed, and the elderly woman is nowhere to be seen. From this point on, there is no sound. Stumps.avi. 5-minute looking long video where a man with no legs attempting to break dance on a DDR mat in what looked like to be in a kitchen from Peanut.avi, but much dirtier. There's a radio playing in the background with the unseen background, but it stops at the 4-minute mark when the man collapses onto the mat in exhaustion. He breathes heavily and pleads with someone off-screen to let him rest. This off-screen person becomes terrifyingly enraged and yells at him to keep dancing, to which he does. You can hear his off-screen person begin to scream as the video ends abruptly. Privacy.avi. The woman from Diana.avi is on a mattress in the interviewing room, while the man from Stumps.avi walks around with his hands while wearing some kind of goblin mask. In the room, there was always the closed doors in the other videos, but is now wide open. In this video, only the light is in the room and the hallway is dark. Near the end of the video, you can see the animal quickly run through the hallway. Finally, the last videos were uncovered. Useless.avi. In the 18-minute video, a blonde woman from one of the previous interview videos is tied down to a mattress in the interviewing room. She attempts to scream, but her mouth is taped over. After 7 minutes, the man in a black suit and a mask opens a door, but he does not enter. He holds the door open for the animal that was running down the hall in the previous video. It appeared to be revealed to be an adult chimpanzee. with its hair shaved and entire body painted red. When the chimp enters the room, the masked man closes the door behind it, and the chimpanzee's ship sniffs the air for a moment. It may have been blind, but noticed a woman tied to the mattress, and it goes into a frenzy and begins to maul her. The assault goes on for a grueling 7 minutes until the woman finally dies. Then the chimp eats the flesh from her corpse for about 4 minutes as the video ended. The thread exploded with activity after this video when it was uncovered, and many people discussed it for a long night. When I came back to the image board the next day, I found out the thread was deleted. I tried to start another one and they banned me. I tried emailing the guy who sent me the chain letter with the site's URL, sent him 5 messages, and never got a response. I have tried to discuss this website on various places, and I got banned frequently. The site itself was also deleted about 3 days after useless.avi was uncovered, likely because someone contacted the authorities about it. The only proof that normal porn for normal people existed was a few screen caps people took, and videos from the site that people have saved and uploaded on their torrents. The most popular, which being useless.avi, which has found its way onto a few gore sites. Wherever you upload them to, all the videos from the site get deleted after a while.